What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Revenant's Requiem, which I actually decided to change the name this week to Revenant's Revenge because that's actually what it is. Because this is a second coming of me of realizing my issues and overcoming those things and becoming a better me overall. So last week I kind of ended it with talking about hitting rock bottom. That's kind of what we're going to talk about today is rock bottom and what rock bottom looks like for me. I know my rock bottom is going to look different from everybody else's rock bottom. That's okay. Just be aware that hitting rock bottom is what took me to finally wake up, and I know that that can be the case for anybody out there. And we also talked a little bit about, if excellence is an option, why would you choose anything else? So we'll kind of actually tie that back in. I know I said I was going to do that last week, but I didn't. Kind of got excited. And to be honest with you, I was a little bit nervous being my first video and all. So let's try to tie that all in this week. So we talked about hitting rock bottom and, if excellence is an option, why would you choose anything else? So what does my rock bottom look like? My rock bottom looks like 2 failed marriages, a failed engagement, tons of broken relationships, specifically with my kids, with my family, and just countless people that I've ran into over the years, whether they be friends of mine or acquaintances. I know my issues with alcohol ruined a lot of those. It really did. So what does my rock bottom look like? Again, with the 2 failed marriages and the failed engagement, several broken relationships. But in addition to that, I'm 43 years old, and I literally have like nothing to my name due to my drinking problems. I've lost a lot of stuff through divorces, through failed relationships, not just because of my actions, but also financially. Because of the amount of money that I used to spend on alcohol. I was drinking roughly a case a day, and I'm sure I mentioned that before. But if you kind of do the math on that, over the past, I think I just hit 40 days. I'll hit 40 days tomorrow of being sober, and I will have saved right at $800 just in 40 days, which is in itself is crazy because that's not just a car payment. That's like a really, really, really nice car payment, and that's a little bit sickening. And I guess you can't say saved. I just not spent that much money because I would have found a way to. The old me would have found a way to continue drinking even if I didn't have the money to do so. So I want to kind of share with you a little something about why. Talking about rock bottom and what it looks like to me. If you'll kind of bear with me and just look behind me, and I'm in my parents' garage too. That's the other piece of it. I'm 43 years old, and after this last failed relationship, it's caused me to have to move back in my parents temporarily until I get back on my feet. So in 43 years, this is my entire life is in my parents' garage. Besides the motorcycle, that is not mine. That's a project my father is working on. But that's it. That is literally everything I own in the corner of my parents' garage, vice my motorcycle, which is over there, and the Mustang, which was actually given to me by my father in 2003. But that's it. I don't own anything else. I don't own a home. I don't own land. I don't have any money in my savings account besides I've got roughly $1,200, which I've earned over the past couple weeks working, which has been amazing because I've never really had money in the bank before because I was always spending it going to party and spending it on alcohol. I thought that's what life was supposed to be. And that's, in the past month, past month, a little over a month, I've found out that that's not what it is. There's a lot more to life. And since I have given up the alcohol, it's given me an opportunity to focus on the things that were important to me before I became a hardcore alcoholic. And most importantly, that's relationships with people that I love and people that I care about, and really focusing on them things. Talk about kids, my broken relationship with my kids. I have a 16-year-old that I don't hardly ever talk to because I was so focused on drowning my problems in alcohol. I lost touch with him. And I know that's a ruined relationship, and that's okay. At this point, all I can do is try to move forward and do things better, which I'm trying to do. And obviously that's not very easy at my age. Sorry, like I said, these videos are going to be live. Pops is popping in. He's grabbing some things to continue doing some work in the yard. This is where I'm at. This is rock bottom. This is my rock bottom is being 43 years old and living with my parents. So, 40 days ago when I got checked into a facility, and I went in there and I gave into the program, and I was actually honest about my drinking and stuff like that. When I got out of there, I was still not, I don't think I was ready to give up alcohol at that point. In my head, I was still contemplating, how can I move back in with my parents until I get back on my feet, and also continue to drink and hide it from them. And I'm thinking about this as I'm sitting on a park bench in front of a hotel, and I'm like, I'm literally contemplating on how to hide drinking. It's something that I've never had to do before, or something I've never done before. Because again, my drinking I was not out of control in the sense of I was a functioning alcoholic. I would go to work, I would do what I needed to do, and took care of my wife and my kids, or my significant other at the time. I was never mean to them. I was a fun drunk. I was fun to be around, but at the same time, it was causing me a lot of heartache in the sense of broken relationships, of everything in my life had to focus on alcohol, every piece of it. If there was a party I was going to, if there wasn't alcohol there, I wouldn't go. If there were certain restaurants I wouldn't go eat at. Cracker Barrel, I know they serve alcohol now, but I never ate at the Cracker Barrel, ever, unless it was breakfast. And that was really to cure a hangover and kind of get the day going. And then it was, lunchtime, let's go get some wings at the Hooters or something and start drinking again, and let's get this ball rolling. Since then, I'm able to go enjoy restaurants and things like that. I don't have to have alcohol be there. And there are times when it's hard, but for the most part, it's been a fairly smooth ride for me. When I finally decided that, I have a problem and I need to fix this. So as these videos progress I'm going to try to do this once a week. And I'll try to pick out like a quote or something like that can relate to what I'm going through that week, or the topic I pick out. And there was one that popped up this week, and it basically reads, there are 3 C's in life. You have a choice, a chance, and change. You must make the choice to take the chance if you want anything to change. And that really hit home with me, because that really talks about what I've done over the past 40 something days. I had the choice to make to stop drinking. I had the chance to do that. And I've done that. And my life has changed drastically over the 40 days, in the sense of everything seems like it's easier. In the sense of waking up in the morning is easier. I don't have to worry about that fog that I was in all the time. I thought that was normal. I thought that was normal to feel that way, to feel that fog. And just, I used to jokingly say, people that don't drink, when they wake up in the morning, that's the best they feel all day. Well, that's a stupid, stupid way to live. Stupid. I'm ashamed of myself for some of the things and some of the sayings that I used to think was funny. And I look on it, and it makes me sick now. It really does make me sick. I'm able to get up in the morning. I've been back in the gym now for going on 30 something days. And I can tell you that working out now is way easier when you're nice and hydrated and you're not having to fight a little bit of a hangover. And not that I really got hangovers, but come on. I was dehydrated, and it definitely made working out harder. So I'm thankful for that. And that's kind of my drive now. My drive to keep not drinking. I've seen so many changes physically and mentally in myself that is my drive now. At first maybe it was I was doing it for other people, but now that I've seen how positively it's affected me, I don't ever want to go back. I really don't. And that's where all this whole thing ties back in full circle. If excellence is an option, why would you choose anything else? Why? Why would you halfway do something if excellence is an option? I made the choice to get sober. And I'm making the choice day by day to stay sober because I'm doing it with excellence. I can't do it halfway. I've never done anything halfway. I've always done everything with excellence. And that's the way I'm going to live the rest of my life, is with excellence and staying excellent. I hope that what I've shared with you today has helped you. I love you all. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to y'all next week.